So hello everybody, welcome to Zuzalu Software Biweekly. Zuzalu Software Biweekly is hosted by zuzalu.city for tech projects within and around Zuzalu to come together to share updates on their projects. It's an excellent opportunity to showcase new features, discuss challenges, and receive valuable feedbacks from the community. So whether you are a developer or simply curious about the latest in Zuzalu software innovation, join us to stay connected and contribute to the collective growth of Zuzalu software ecosystem. So without further ado, now let's welcome Emily from Scrollpass team to give us some updates. Welcome, Emily.
Okay, cool. Hello. I guess we should probably start with the introduction first. I brought Raza on because he's significantly better at talking than I am. So, I mean, Raza, I think if you could dive into the slides maybe and just give the brief introduction for people who don't have context, that would be super helpful.
Yeah. Let me, by the way, I don't know about the talking, but we'll leave it in the middle. I'm just going to pull up the slides and then share my screen and give a little bit of context on Scrollpass. Start slideshow, perfect. Yeah, Scrollpass, what essentially Scrollpass is a solution and a means to proving ownership through decentralization and including actually protecting the user or preserving privacy for the user. Where we started is that obviously Zupass is an innovative solution. It's great and amazing. A lot of people used it, and it basically served as a hard drive that allowed users to prove that they own the ticket. For those who are familiar with it, they use semaphores or ZKPs to then basically verify using zero-knowledge proofs that you own the ticket. And so you had a QR code, it would be scanned, and it would be validated. That solution, in that version was centralized. I know there are different versions and people are working on let's say, decentralizing it, but QJ, among others, reached out and together with Scroll, we started to evaluate whether we can develop a solution that is based on the principles of decentralization and permissionless and privacy preserving, and build on the great work that has already been done before us. And so the objective of Scrollpass was, how do we prove ownership, a solution that allows users to own tickets on-chain or prove they own tickets on-chain so the tickets can live whatever. The solution is decentralized and permissionless, so adhering to the Web3 ethos. It has privacy-preserving features, i.e., you don't want to share your credentials. I don't want to share that I'm Raza, but I want to share that I own the ticket. I don't want to share my wallet address. And eventually, and this is the ultimate objective, which is building a standard. So extracting a standard and a technical solution that communities can come, imagine either a repo or a fork or an SDK, and can utilize this standard to use it to integrate it in their events. And so they would have this decentralized, privacy-preserving solution for their community members. Today, where are we right now? Ideally, in the representation of this logo is just where we started, and where we're going more towards the light, being that we aim to have a fully decentralized, permissionless, privacy-preserving solution, and we are going towards the right direction. And in the Scrollpass V1, we have managed to achieve some of these objectives, not all, but we're going in the right direction, and we'll build more and more of these features out. So today, when you look at what Scrollpass, it's all about, is on Scroll, there is an NFT ticketing system where event organizers can come in, generate their event, and then tickets are created for people to, let's say, mint. What then happens is that a QR code is dynamically generated in the app, and then the event organizer can scan, let's say, the QR code and then verify ownership on chain. This is the first part, let's say, in the step towards decentralization and permissionless. Now, where does decentralization come from? Because as most of you know, Scroll right now has a roadmap to decentralize. It is not currently, and that's by accessing the state root via Ethereum, which is decentralized, where we post the data, you inherit decentralized. We basically make the solution decentralized. So as everyone knows, through ZKP's powered, we commit the data on Ethereum, and we settle on Ethereum, and through that means it's decentralized. In the near future, once Scroll fully decentralized, community members can choose whether they access their data via Ethereum or for Scroll, but both are decentralized. Right now, in order to achieve the decentralization, it's via Scroll. This is what a visual of Scrollpass looks like. It's just to get more of a feeling of what that looks like, an organizer scanning the ticket. I think one of the things that probably, to the keen observer was noticed is that we actually have a way of anonymizing the user right now, which is a semi-solution that we're proud of. And then if I go back, actually, it's kind of like this is the best representation of it. Currently, Emily's team is busy integrating Sindri, and what Sindri does is it generates a ZKP proving that the connected wallet owns an NFC ticket. However, it still utilizes the server. It's a better way of anonymizing the user than perhaps today, because the inputs are destroyed after the ZKP is generated, but it's not ideal. And so the next steps are, once Scroll is decentralized, either accessing on Scroll or on Ethereum for fully decentralization. Privacy preserving, the best way is client-side proving. We have POCs running, so that basically means on your mobile phone, you'd be able to generate the zero-knowledge proof, as opposed to, let's say, interacting with a server. And this is the most clean way of generating a proof. And then again, the ultimate stage is that we make this standard. It's already like open source, but make the standard developer friendly and user friendly, so that every community can come in, grab this, spin up their own Scrollpass version, and then they'll be able to either mint ticket or plug in wherever their tickets are. You have circuits available to generate client-side proofs for your event, and it's fully decentralized, either accessing state on Ethereum for Scroll or directly on Scroll. That's it, but happy to answer any questions.
Yeah, that was amazing, Raza. I don't know if there's any questions, or is this where I just immediately dive into the process or where we're at right now?
Yeah. Kevin and Nico are not allowed to ask questions. The rest are allowed. I'm joking, everyone's laughing. Oh,
What is this?
what is this? What? Oh my God. I forgot that this is your bookmark. This is your homepage. Don't click the link. Your wallets will get drained. So you have
Don't lie, liar.
Yeah.
What is this? Who built this? Is it Kevin, or did Raza build these?
Someone, I don't
Oh my God, it's interesting. It's cute. It's interesting. I click.
FYI,
Yeah.
I need to jump off. That has nothing to do with Kevin posting that link. But any questions, feel free to coach Emily. Yeah, really excited to see where Scrollpass is going. QJ, do I have permission? All right. Thanks a lot, guys. Take care. Bye-bye.
Thanks, guys. Great work. Thanks.
Thanks. So, Emily, do you want to share some updates? Recent
Yeah. I mean,
cool.
just from like an engineering point of view, so the smart contracts themselves have been deployed and verified, which was glory. Like I think what Raza mentioned, we're like V1 is we're starting with the Sindri integration. Unfortunately, the engineering resources we put on it got blocked, but that's okay because we're going full throttle and saying we need even more help than before. So hopefully I'll have good updates to make next time. And from like, I guess if we want to talk from like a marketing distribution standpoint, like Scroll is going to be participating in ETH Argentina next week. We have some opportunities to talk. So I think definitely being able to evangelize this project and like what it means as like part of a larger story is something we want to continue doing, like at whatever activations are. So I guess shout out if anyone's going to Argentina, we'll be there. But yeah, that's kind of all I have with regards to like development updates.
Cool, cool. Thank you. So anybody who will go to Argentina can make a team or connect together. And thank you, Emily. Thank you so much. Okay, next, Nicole, I saw you here. So could you give us some updates about LottoPGF?
Yeah, absolutely. We're here with Marco, calling from Zoo Village, Georgia. So hi to everyone. I see some of you are here as well. So yeah, just maybe a quick update on LottoPGF. We're running a pilot with Scrolly. Actually, we deployed on Scroll recently. So maybe if you want to test out a little bit how the front end will work for the Zuzalu experiment, you can go to lotto.scrolly.eth.xyz, and yeah, maybe like more fun update that I was invited to the Green Pill podcast with Kevin Owoki, and talked about the experiment that we're going to run here at the village. And for that, we're planning to host a workshop in the next couple days to collectively decide how we're going to do this. Yeah, things are close to being ready. So just fine-tuning like what the dynamic is going to be, basically. And yeah, just crowdsourcing that idea. And yeah, so we're both here, so we're super excited to already met Kathy and Veronica, some people from the software team. So we're excited to meet you all here and probably work together IRL.
Cool. So anybody have questions for LottoPGF or have some ideas, some feedbacks? Okay, so today we have like 7 projects, so time is really limited. We have to rush. Next, CommunityGraph Maitri. I saw Jesse and Leo here. Who would do the updates?
Hi, this is Leo. I can go ahead and give the update. I'll keep it pretty brief, but yeah, we've been working on getting our alpha fully up and running for Zoo Georgia, and you know, we got that in the last couple of days to get the Zoo passes, because it was integrated with Zoo Pass. So once we got our Zoo passes, now it's fully operational and open for everyone at Zoo Village, Georgia. So if you have a Zoo Village, Georgia Zoo Pass, you can go now into the community graphs, and I should have put the URL there, but let me do that here in the chat. So anyone at Zubuilders Georgia can go ahead and start using it now, and we're excited to start experimenting with it and playing around with it, and very much open to feedback. You know, anything where you might have questions or anything that looks confusing, or especially any bugs, or any new ideas. Very open to all of that. Please come find us. Just come find Jesse or Kate. They're the ones on the ground over there at Zoo Georgia. Jesse, anything you want to add to that?
Yeah, just to say, as Leo's been leading the technical team, Kate and I have been here at Zoo Georgia with Veronica and Kathy. We're out here with also with the Trustful team and LottoPGF guys, and so we also have 2 of our engineers here in Georgia. So if anybody wants to build and leverage community graphs in any way, we're here to support that with technical resources. And Leo will be coming out to join us on the 3rd and the 6th week to support Zoo Georgia through the end of the hackathon, while Kate and I go down to Crecimiento to team up with some more of you down there. So that's it from us.
Cool. So anybody have questions for Maitri? Cool.
Just
cool.
a comment. Already played around with it. It's I'm super excited about what these guys are building. Already created the AutoDAO community, so feel free to join there as well. Yeah, definitely played around with it.
Fantastic.
Cool. Okay. So these feedbacks are really, I think, valuable and really inspiring for community. Yeah. And so next, social layer. Aggie, could you give us some updates about social layer? I think it's pretty fruitful for you.
Hello.
Cool.
Yeah, haven't seen you for a long time.
Yeah, for ages.
Yeah, yeah. It's getting very crazy nowadays. Like, so for people who didn't like know social layer before, I want to share some of our idea as well. Oh, could you see my screen?
Yes, I can see it pretty clear.
Okay, cool. So social layer, we're trying to build this modular social infrastructure for the decentralized future. And we have been building this for 2 years. And actually it's like more than 2 years. And at first we trying to focusing on the long-term intentional communities. And after like building some of the badge system and whatever, and we found that the most challenging part of this kind of long-term intentional community is also about how could we set exclusive but inclusive boundaries for the community members, and how could we use some of this kind of decentralized technology in our daily life. So we're trying to moving forward, and as long as the Vitalia, as long as the Zuzalu and also other pop-up city has been building, we found that okay, maybe that this kind of long-term community version, like event platform or like coordination platform, could be also used in the pop-up city. So we kind of trying to iterate it a bit in this process, and working with different pop-up city and community, we integrate different kind of empirical practice like community building. How could you build a community with a good vibe, and how could you coordinate people and they could share their ideas, and they could set their workshops very easily, and they could also like join other people's workshop, and they could have this kind of record, and people can use this record as for the community graphs or anything else. And at like Scrollpass, Zupass, you can use this as a kind of social credentials, and then you can have this social credential to as gated to different community as well. So we kind of have some very very detailed updated, like the shared calendar. Now we have different kind of view, and you can see if because people already using social layer, so we found there are many detail we need to change, and like the timeline view, and how could we just set a very proper way for people, and also like the schedule and the calendar. And people keep asking very detailed requests about, okay, you need to have a pop-up windows in the mobile view, because I can't go back to the exact date. So whatever, and we iterate a lot. And also now you can create event. You can also create like the private event. You can set the boundary, like if you only buy the ticket for the week 1 or week 2, and then you could only create event or like RSVP event in week 1 and week 2. And how could we also kind of customize other community permission, and we can set different manager, and the manager could see, okay, this is the venue I could open to the community member in certain dates, and in certain like weekdays or weekend, and in exactly time. So you can set it in a very detailed way, and you can also set the this kind of boundary, like if you only go the path in like the health track, or you only bought the pass from the startup track, and then you can only use this kind of venue. So we can customize it in a very detailed way. And because for now we only have like real cases, so after iterating with these real cases, we will build it in a more general way. So that is something I will tell you later. But now we also have the ID system we could integrate with, like the Zupass, and actually we like push back to them because some of this they didn't have the multiple proof of PCD before, and because in the Edge some people bought like 2 tickets, 3 tickets, so we asked them to, okay, you need to have this multiple proof data for us. So it's a very organic way that we build together in this real setting, and we're trying to back up each other and trying to like support each other by in integrating, and also like push, okay, you should do this feature, and I could do my feature and whatever. So there's also kind of a way we're thinking about social layer now is trying to build a like a platform, or like a also like a kind of a consultant group as well, because we kind of having different collaboration with different kinds of pop-up city and community, and then we have, okay, this pop-up city have this kind of features, and maybe that is because they have this kind of community building experience, and they think, okay, that is better for them to have this feature. And other community, maybe they don't have this kind of request from us for now, but once we built this as a toolkit, and they could immediately use them in social layer, so they could like also have a better way to coordinate their event as well. Here's an example, like in Edge Esmeralda, they have different track, and different track have different manager, and some manager they kind of is guest or a speaker, so you need to like mention to them, okay, I will involve you as a manager, but please give me your like email. So how to set this kind of manager system before they like log in, or before they have the Zupass or something. So we have many like detailed negotiations in this way. And also you can see here, there's a detail to show, okay, there's a setting arrangement style, maybe the organizer wants, and the core team need to know this information. There's something we didn't know before. We collaborate with this kind of very experienced community builder. So for social layer, we kind of growing in a very organic way, and we're trying to make sure that our product could be in a very modular, modular design way. And for the community, we now trying to like kind of to customize for them and to help them with their true needs. And for the individual, if you don't want your data to be in the social layer, you also want it to be in like the zuzalu.city or other kind of like Luma or something, then you could port your data, and you can also like own your own data. For the ecosystem, and we are pretty open, we kind of try and integrate with different like DID system, social credential system, because we really want to like focusing on the user experiment. Like if the community manager, they think, okay, I need to use this DID and I need to use this kind of social credential, okay, we can do that for them, and we could build a module, and after that people could reuse this module if you trying to integrate with the similar kind of protocol. So, and also we have the some better way for the developer. If you can build a module for us, and we can immediately like integrate with our API as well. And so for like
Sorry,
beyond,
Aggie. I'm
Oh.
sorry to interrupt, but I think we're running out of time, so maybe we
okay,
need to
yeah.
wrap up
Yeah.
in 2 minutes, 1 to 2 minutes. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I just want to show this picture as trying to help all the community, like within the Zuzalu ecosystem, and also like go beyond, because we also kind of trying to like gain some of the community building experience from other intentional community. And if they have this kind of like new feature, and we could also build a toolkit as a module in social layer, and the Zuzalu ecosystem could also benefit from this kind of toolkit as well. So yeah, that is our update and some of our ideas.
Cool. It's pretty fruitful. It's so awesome, I think. So does anybody have any questions? Okay, so no, but I have maybe an invitation because I'm also running ZooChat, a podcast. Maybe I want to invite Social Layer to do a podcast episode to talk about some something about socials. So maybe later we can discuss further about the details. Okay, cool.
Cool. Yeah.
Cool.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Okay, next I will share my screen, and next would be Zuland. So who would do the update for Zuland?
Hey, that's me. Hi.
Hi,
Kelly.
Martin.
Hi, my name is Martin from the Akasha Foundation, and this is a long time I haven't joined this call. Maybe honestly, I joined it never before. Not sure, but I think I listened to some of your calls before. But anyways, we have been cooking in the background on a collaboration between the Akasha Foundation and the Urbit team from Rome. They have a builder community called Builder Kitchen, and so we are now interested in working on Zuland, which is a private space for Zuzalu citizens. And there is not much more to say than just that we have started working on that. I have no cool slides to share. I will just here shamelessly plug the Gitcoin page on the chat, because we were very just happy to have this on time submitted, and you find the gist of that information of what we are building here. In essence, it's a private and decentralized social space for Zuzalu citizens and for the communities that they can use in whole privacy for their meetings. That's from my side for today, keeping it very short here.
Cool, thank you, Martin. So does anybody have question for Zuland or for Martin? Okay, I think it's good. Okay, now the next zuzalu.city. Mikkel, are you ready? I think it's also pretty fruitful. Okay, cool. You're there.
Yes, I'm Michele from the team
sure.
of Zuzalu City. Can you hear me?
Yeah, pretty
yes.
clear.
I will update you about the latest advancements on the project. So the vision is to evolve into a concept of community toolkit, and the alpha that maybe you had the chance to try is currently focused on Zuvillage. And the feature set that can be accessed, especially for spaces and events, at the moment is severely limited. But we have been keeping it in order to communicate more broadly the general intents of the platform, obviously. And so basically this is where you can see the schedule and make your RSVP happen during Zuvillage at the moment. In this phase, of course, there are many optimizations underway. They are involving especially the development side, because the design team is obviously coordinating with the developers and helping them in a role of supervision, testing, or any kind of other addition that could be needed. The focus, as I mentioned, is particular now on improving the schedule and sessions for this week. And then there are many other UX improvements that are coming and that are scheduled all across the app. which are currently in the backlog and will be deployed in the next sprints. On the technical side, also Rino is here and he could add more, but anyway, extensive work is being done in adjusting the connection with the ceramic database and the most popular existing wallets on mobile and desktop, because we are using a different approach for signing in. And also the calendar sync is underway and eventually will be linked to both session and events in the future, so that people can sync their calendars as well to the sessions and events that they are participating to. Very shortly, our priorities now are collecting feedback, obviously, at the village, and I'm also going to be there IRL, and I'm looking forward to meet everybody. And constant testing, of course, for any flow that may be currently breaking, and also the integration with Scrollpass, as we already implemented the verification with Zupass. Many other integrations and collaboration work is obviously underway, and we are going to share more about them more openly in the weekly calls and the future announcement. I hope I was quick enough, maybe, and hopefully clear enough, Kelly.
Cool. Thank you, Michael. It's super clear. And thanks for all the work that you, Simon, Reno, and all the develop team and product design team do for Zuzalu.city. And also Zuzalu.city Alpha launched. If you are interested in building spaces, come to us and we can test new functions together. So next, Danila, are you there?
Hello. Yes.
Hello. Yeah, could you give us an update?
Cool, sure. Cool. Yeah, I have created a presentation. I'll present very, very soon. Yeah, I'll try to be very fast. But I have added some updates on this document. To give some context, Trustful is a reputation aggregator we have created for Zubuilders, Georgia. Is being tested right now. We have already like 85 badges issued so far in only 5 days of event. So this is very, very nice. I'm documenting all the feedbacks, mainly regarding privacy first core, because we are using EAS and all the badges are on chain. But I understand the Zuzalu privacy first core, so we want to improve and enhance this part. And let me present very quickly. Okay, can you see my screen? Okay.
Yeah, I can see.
Nice.
It pretty clear.
Yeah. So Trustful. Yeah, I need to be quick, but. Trustful basically it's a reputation protocol. I have talked to Veronica and she gave me like some badges that will help people to connect and also share ideas. So we have like badges about changed my mind, disagreed of someone on stage. We have a lot of badges improving and promoting human bonding and conversations. So we have created a proposal for Zuzalu community, and now we have our MVP for Zubuilders, Georgia already live. Here, it's everything about Blockful. Feel free to scan. We are working in governance right now. And also in the document for this meeting, I have pasted the link for this presentation. I have been documenting some feedback. So first of all, I have mentioned the privacy first. We are trying to figure out how to make the badges, or at least the comments regarding the badges, private, because, okay, I have a conversation with Khalid, for example, but I don't want the other members to see what we have talked about and stuff like that. So, but for now, we have everything on chain using EAS. In the future, we want to add like the profile section, so we can see badges I have sent and badges I have received. We can see in my badges the badges I have received, but I can't see in the DApp the badges I have sent. Nice. We have a roadmap to follow, and for sure the privacy first will be added here. So right now we are worried about avoid Sybil attacks and also to enhance the privacy. And of course, enhance the reputation, because to deal with reputation, this Web3 ecosystem is very, very difficult. It's a social stuff into a programmable ecosystem. Difficulties we have right now, reputation itself, as I mentioned. And so if you want to discuss more about reputation, what's your point of view on reputation, it will be very, very helpful, mainly because you are involved in the Zuzalu community. So what is reputation? What reputation means to the Zuzalu community? And goals, aggregates interactions, more badges, and yeah, aggregate like a useful use case for Zubuilders Georgia, for example. Like Zubuilders Georgia can decide to create a hackathon and people can vote for the winner, but who interacted the most will have more voting power. Like, because you have interacted the most, you have a bigger understanding of the whole of the event, so you can have more voting power. So it's an example, but for sure it's a use case that I want to see live. Yeah, that's everything I have right now. I think regarding the updates, I'm very happy because we have already 85 badges. And I'm loving to see like people talking and creating badges, having good conversation and creating badges. Oh, good talk, good laughs. I had a breakfast with this one. So it's more to generate this kind of connection and human bonding. And Zuzalu community and Zubuilders Georgia.
Cool. Thanks, Danila. You're so vibrant. I really love your presentation. It's so vibrant.
Thank you.
You've got a lot of energy.
Thank you, Kelly. I love this topic.
Does anybody have questions or ideas, feedbacks for Blockful or for Danila?
Yes,
Okay.
please. And if you want to discuss about reputation, feel free to reach me out on Telegram. I can leave my user here. Also in the element, so you can reach me out every time if you want to discuss reputation on chain. Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, so if you're interested in talking about reputation, you can directly come to Danila, and I think later I will put all the contacts on the doc. So if you're interested in one of the projects, you can directly contact them. So okay, so next part. So I think the briefing part for all projects were done. So the next part is Gitcoin QV run. So it started. If you are interested in applying for the quadratic funding, you can you can apply through this links. Like we have 3 runs this time. The first is tech run, the second is short events run, and the third is long events run. So if you want to donate to projects, here is some guide here. You can click in and check out the details. So all the links are here. So if you're interested in, you can check it out. Okay. Also getting the element. Yeah. So if you're interested in building Zuzalu software together and get in-time feedbacks and communicate about challenges, join our element builder. Yes, it's cross. Yes, you can see it in the chat box, and I will put the link also in the doc. You can check it later in the doc. So in the end, does anybody have any questions, feedbacks, or ideas for Zuzalu Software Biweekly today, or for the QV round on Gitcoin? Okay, so time is precious. Okay, so now thanks for everybody. Thanks for coming. Let's wrap up the meeting, and good day, good night. See you maybe next week, maybe next month. See you. Thanks all. Thanks for coming.
Thank you.
See you.
Bye-bye.
Everybody, thanks.
Thank you.
Bye. Goodbye.
Yeah.